Good afternoon, gardening friends. It is now, let's see, Monday the 17th of February at about 1:30 in the afternoon, and yesterday I got a few more things done, and unfortunately some of the video got messed up again, so let's sort of cover what I did yesterday and we'll go from there. So as I think I already stated, I got some seeds that came in the mail, and I went ahead and planted the hard rock tomatoes in this tomato planter here. I planted 4. I planted 1 in each corner, and I know that's more than I actually want. I really just want the 1 plant in here, but you never know on seed germination exactly what you're going to get. Not that I don't trust the seller, I just don't, it's untested for me. So we'll see. I might end up with 4 beautiful plants, and I'll end up gifting them out to other people and see where they go from there. But I planted 4 of them, 1 in each corner, and that's the tomatoes. And here is the stinky medium-sized planter. I topped it off with better soil on the top there and planted 4 of each of the pepper seeds, Stavros peperoncini on the left and a orange Marconi on the right. And again, I really only want 1 of each plant, but I figure I'll plant 4 of each and we'll see how the germination goes. Again, if I get all sorts of extras, I'm just going to give them away. We'll find people that are interested in peppers and we'll go from there. So that's the basic update on what I got done yesterday. I think I planted a few more nasturtium seeds in various other places. Oh, and there's one other little thing I did this morning. I had almost forgotten that I had this one more planter here on the other side of the big planter, and it basically everything in there was dead. I had let it dry out, so went ahead and topped it off a bit and added some, well, the general apartment mix that I've got all along the border here. I've got the marigold in the front as well as some more nasturtium. That was some of what I planted this morning, and threw some petunia seeds on top. So we'll see how that all works out. Should add to the border. The only place that doesn't have a border is right in the big planter itself. So we'll see how that works into it, and we'll track progress as things go. But I'm almost done with all the planting I got to do around here, and then it's just going to be a matter of watching the plants grow. Good morning, gardening friends. It is now February 19th at about 11:15, and I've gotten a few more things accomplished in the last couple of days. But first is this medium-sized planter that we're looking at. One of my concerns was that the curved planter just to the left of it on the wall, that was actually going to block the sun. Just that curve itself might actually block a significant amount of sun getting to it. Once the plants start getting a little taller, it'll be a non-issue. So I needed a temporary solution rather than trying to rebuild the planter or something like that. So here's what I've done. I just built a platform out of some 2x6 stock I had lying around. This is temporary, so I don't really care as much how it looks, but that was my solution. Basically 3 layers of 2x material, which equates to 4.5 inches. So it's just been raised by even less than 1/2 foot, but I think it's just enough to get some sun to it. Actually today it's overcast right now, so it's not going to get any sun anyway, but that's what I managed to get accomplished with the medium-sized planter. And up along the back side of the pool shed, I've now gotten all 4 of those hanging planters redone. One of them actually has, there was 1 living plant left. Otherwise, I've planted seeds in all of them. It's all nasturtium. And let me give you a slightly different angle on this. Okay, a little interruption here. Just an odd thing I happened to see as I was setting up. This is a tricky shot to get, but it's a view from upstairs. And it's a little bit closer, just showing you 2 of them. But folks from upstairs, once these all start to fill out, we'll get some color too. Good afternoon, gardening friends, and it's now, let's see, Friday the 21st at right after 3 p.m. and things have progressed nicely this week. It's about 90 degrees right now. That's Southern California for you. I feel sorry for those of you suffering in the cold. I really do. I used to live on the East Coast, so I know kind of what that's like. But sun is great for gardening, and I've gotten quite a bit done. So let's go through some updates, starting with the patio. Patio's gotten about as far as it's going to get for this month, because my budget, I've met my budget and gone over by a penny. So, but I'm just happy to have all these boxes built. The next step's going to be to build a few more boxes off to the right there, and put in some more veggies. I've also got a few sprouts, so let's take a look. I don't know how well this is going to come through, but we've got the Swiss chard planter here, where I also planted a bit more spinach. I got one little sprout right there. It looks like a spinach sprout to me. And I got another one just beyond my finger there. Hopefully you can see it. And that's, I'm not sure what that's going to be. I'm guessing it's Swiss chard. I don't remember exactly what I planted. I need to put labels up in these planters. I put some up in some others, and I'll show you that. But those are the biggest sprouts I think I have. Let's take a further look. This was my basil planter. I planted more basil back in there, but I got a sprout here which looks kind of like a spinach sprout, but looks like, I'm thinking that's supposed to be an herb, so I don't remember exactly what I planted. Again, I need to do the labeling. That may be a project for the weekend. I got another one here and another one just beyond that. I think my hand just obscured them, but I've got sprouts. Over here on the first planter of the curve, I'm starting to get some sprouts. I don't know how well you can see, but there's one really tiny one right up there, and that's either going to be the marigold or a petunia. More likely marigold, considering where it's actually growing. The petunias are a little closer to us, but I'm just seeing sprouts, tiny little sprouts all over the place, and it's got me excited. I almost forgot to mention, there's a new addition here. There's a pot on the corner, for reasons I won't get into, but I changed it out, and I had another, I had a Mexican palm, and it was sitting in a corner, bunched up with a bunch of other trees. I decided to move it over here and put it in actually a larger pot so it can continue to grow. So that's going to be sitting there on the corner for a while. So this is planter number 2 of the 3 of these planters that I have. And I want to say that since I've been giving it a lot more TLC while I've been trying to get everything planted seed-wise and everything, the petunias have bounced back really nicely. So that makes me happy. And this is one of the planters in the courtyard. And I don't know how well you can see it, but there is a sprout right there above my finger. So, more sprouts. And it looks more like it's going to be a petunia. So, I'm just happy. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it, but there is a card in the back there that details all the different plants, and right near the top of the picture I've got what looks to me to be a brand new sprout. In fact, now that I think of it, it's probably morning glory. So, more sprouts. Can you see the sprout in this one? Not sure if I mentioned it before, but somebody donated another plant for the table under the pergola. So, another nice little thing going on. Everything's starting to come together. Good afternoon, gardening friends. It's now Saturday the 22nd at right about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And I just wanted to give you a final sort of shot. I've been trying to clean up this whole area, and this is probably the first time I've given you a shot of the whole curve of the wall. But you can see I'm looking at putting some of the pots that I still have to the left of the picture there at the base of the wall. I don't want to put them on the top of the wall for fear they'll fall off. And I've got some way in the back there, maybe you can see the little saucers that go under some pots, so I'm thinking about putting some pots there. And I've also got some hangers for hanging some window boxes. None of this is really final, but it's just ideas I'm having and trying to figure out how to clean up this whole courtyard area. And I think this is going to kind of look nice, having all these pots. I've still got to fill some stuff in. I could probably got to get some more seeds. I got to decide what I'm going to plant. But that's all for next month. But at least I can get a start and kind of laying it out and doing some planning. I think that's it for this episode, so I'll wrap it up here and say have a great weekend.